Ben stumbled through slender woods searching for a specific place. Despite the woods being large and overrun with weeds and intertwined branches of nearby trees, he knew where he was going. The sky was getting darker by the moment, and occasional booms of thunder were heard out in the distance. Normally, the green-clad elf would be inside, hiding under multiple blankets. But today was different. After a few moments of searching for the right path, he reached a large oak tree. He walked slowly up toward the tree, his pace slowing with every step. Lightning flashed and another crash of thunder ripped through the sky, causing Ben to jump slightly. He looked up and sighed as the rain started to fall slowly. His small frame started to shake as he reached the tree. He placed one hand on the rigid trunk and took a shaky breath. The rain fell harder as he started to cry, painful, blood-red tears. Another loud crash of thunder and a flash of lightning sent terror through the drowned victim. He yelped and started to cry harder, sliding down onto the wet grass and hugging his knees. The rain fell at a steady pace, and Ben did nothing to shelter himself. He just sat there. After about 10 minutes, he rubbed his eyes and took another shaky breath. The rain continued to fall, and Ben buried his face into his knees. He furrowed his brow, cursing to himself. I'm such a fucking fool. His lower lip trembled again, threatening to bring more tears. I shouldn't have run away. He let the tears fall again. He felt alone and cold. The rain had stopped falling on him, but the sound continued to echo around him. What the fuck? He looked up to see an all too familiar creepypasta standing in front of him, his arm outstretched, holding an umbrella over the Link look-alike. No, Ben, you shouldn't have done that. The killer looked up and smiled softly, his hood protecting his face from the rain. Jeff, what are you doing out here? I should be asking you that question, Benny, but I went looking for you. I'd figured you'd be here. Ben couldn't help but smile, but his smile quickly faded and he glared up at Jeff. Why are you looking for me? I haven't done anything but hurt you and everyone else. Jeff snickered and sat across from his friend, still holding the umbrella. You haven't hurt me, love. Now tell me why you ran off. I'm not answering anything else until you do. Ben grew quiet, and the tears started to fall again, but harder. He looked away. I don't belong. Jeff leaned the umbrella against the tree, sighing and moving closer to his friend. Ben just hid his face again, sobbing into his knees. Jeff pulled him into his lap and cradled him like a small child. Hey, no, stop that now. Ben turned and buried his face into Jeff's chest, continuing to sob. Ben, the killer lifts Ben's chin and smiled. Stop. You do belong. You're great, okay, damn it? You're my best friend. You're funny, random, adorable, childish, weird, in a good way. You're my best friend. Ben looked into Jeff's eyes, no longer crying, just listening. You really are perfect. You're the closest thing I have to family, and I'm sure everyone else loves you. You're a goofball, no shit, but damn it, I love you. Jeff stopped talking, and his face blushed a light pink. Ben blushed as well, resting his head on Jeff's chest, rubbing his eyes. A small smile found its way on Ben's face. Repeat that last part? You're a goofball? Ben shook his head. After that, Jeff sighed and tilted Ben's chin up again. I love you. The blush on Jeff's face darkened and Ben smiled. I'm sorry, Ben, Ben leaned up and kissed the killer softly, pulling away after a moment. I'm glad you did that. Jeff chuckled and kissed him again, forgetting about the storm and everything. He wrapped both arms around Ben, holding him close. Ben blushed and wrapped his arms around Jeff's neck, smiling into the kiss. Jeff wanted to deepen the kiss, but a bolt of lightning struck the ground a few feet away from the duo, sending Ben about 2 feet in the air as he yelped in surprise. Jeff laughed. Hoppy fuck! Ben shrieked, holding on to Jeff as the thunder roared. Okay, now I think we need to go home. Ben nodded quickly, and Jeff stood up, holding Ben bridal style. Ben squeaked and held on to Jeff. The umbrella. Jeff leaned to the side. Grab it for me, love. 'Kay. Ben grabbed the umbrella and held it so they were sheltered from the rain. Jeff smiled and started to walk off. Ben smiled softly, then furrowed a brow. Hey, Jeff. What, Benny? How did you know where to find me? The only place you would run off to, Ben, in a storm like this, is our tree.